Hello to everyone from Vegas. The second round just finished. It is 5 p.m. here, and the next round starts at 6:30 p.m. Crazy. I had a very long game against Perez, Gormaz, Matias from Chile. So I decided to play first move. I mean, he was late actually, 15 minutes to the game, and but he played the opening part very fast. I decided to go for French. I thought this would surprise my opponent, but my opponent surprised me with the opening choice. He hadn't played like this before, and here he played knight f3. The most principal line is f4, and after knight f3, to be honest, I did not remember much. I remember analyzing this position with my coach a while ago, or maybe it wasn't like that. I don't know, but I felt like queen a5 might be an interesting try, but engine doesn't like. So my idea was to force him to play bishop d2, but he played a3. Basically, I spent so much time here to try to understand what happens if I play a5 in this position. But I didn't like, the pawn sacrifice, and the engine gives big advantage. Eventually, I decided to play bishop b7. He went bishop b3. I went c4. So he played very confidently here. Next few moves, he's trying to reach to h5. I played knight a4, queen c2. Uh, if I don't play g6, he had knight h5, so I played g6. It was bishop e2, bishop d7, and knight g5. Very interesting idea, because now if I play h6, he has a knight f7 sacrifice, and I am lost. So I go queen b5, pressure on b2. He goes rook b1, knight a5, and actually, oh, I was afraid of knight f7. Yeah, engine says that it does work, because after g5 he has this crazy idea, although it's not easy to understand, because here he gives up the rook for two pieces and big advantage. So he went rook h3. Immediately I forced his queen to go to c1, and here I played a very interesting idea, queen a2. So I want to play knight b3 and knight c3. Yeah, so he goes bishop d1. I go knight b3. He takes bishop b3, and in this position I was feeling like I needed to take cb, but I couldn't force myself to do it. The only reason that I didn't go for cb was that I was afraid of rook f3, rook c8, and some knight f7 idea. But the engine says nothing to be afraid of. Takes here, and bishop. Yeah, I was thinking about putting a bishop on b5. Bishop d7, bishop d2, king d7, and give zeros. Okay, it was a little bit too much for me, so I decided to go queen b3, knight d2, h6, knight f3. So my opponent here made some good maneuvers that I kind of underestimated. So he goes knight to g4, h5, knight enter to f6, bishop c6, and now he's bringing his knight to g5. Yeah, he did everything right, and I think at this point he got stuck. He didn't know what to do, and he decided to wait. I played a5. I tried to improve my position slightly. King c1, rook b7. So these moves were fine. So I was trying to trick him by playing with my pieces for a very long time. So king a6, queen b1. In this position, I was thinking about some bishop e5 ideas all the time. D4 kind of. Knight f6, I was like d3 and queen stop. No. Rook b7, 2, rook c1. I wonder if he blundered anything along the way. Yeah, I was in time trouble. I was trying to find some trick. I pushed f5. I thought f5, and then his knight is gonna be stuck on f6, but I didn't realize that. Okay, his knight stuck here, but this is better than my stupid bishop. So I played the left and right here. My opponent offered me around this position draw. So I actually, oh boy, ah, I was feeling like, yeah, in this position I should play g5. I didn't have time to calculate bishop g5, f4, bishop f4, bishop g6. I assume queen b3, cb, and I have a very good position. But it was very hard to do it with seconds on the clock. I mean f4. Yeah, I was looking for this kind of moves. So 53rd move, he played rook f3. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm looking at my notation. I cannot understand what I wrote here. I remember that I did something like this for a moment. He went some queen b1 or something. Or I don't know. There was a one moment we had this position. I was trying to make g5 to work, but eventually it ended something like this. I decided that enough. Yeah, I decided enough is enough. But although I was thinking about pushing g5 here with the seconds on the clock, I wasn't sure that bishop f4, rook g3, fg, bishop g6, queen b3, cb. I was like, how am I gonna make a progress here? But he is in Zugzwang, yeah. I mean, I thought, he cannot play rook b1, and he doesn't have move. Yeah, this was probably my best chance here. I was having 1 minute on the clock, and I did not know if I should take this big of a risk. So he plays rook g5, rook g5, bishop g5, f4, bishop f4, bishop g6. So in this position, engine says I have a compensation. But anyway, it was a tough game. So it ended with draw. What can I say? Now I need to go eat my lunch/dinner and go for the next game. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. See you next time.